Henry Mintzberg, Simply Managing, What Managers Do, and Can Do Better. Dive into the world of effective management with the book summary of Simply Managing, What Managers Do, and Can Do Better, by Henry Mintzberg. Discover the importance of the often underappreciated role of management and learn how successful managers blend art, craft, and science in their approach. This summary will take you through the 3 planes of management: information, people, and action, and explore the interconnected nature of management and leadership. Get ready to acquire valuable insights on the significance of personal styles, proactive thinking, and reconciling competing imperatives in the world of management.
The importance of management in leadership. In today's business environment, management skills get overlooked in favor of leadership skills. However, good leaders need to be good managers as well. Management and leadership are not separate, but rather they work together in the larger realm of communityship. Managers should focus on building communities of engagement that support their company's work. Learning to manage is a continual practice that combines the art, craft, and science of drawing on your ideas and insights, utilizing experience, and analyzing what you know. Managers should not feel the need to know all the answers or make all the decisions. Instead, their highest goal should be to bring out the best in other people to learn, decide, and act. By focusing too heavily on leadership, a culture of followers is created, which can hinder successful business operations. In order to achieve success, management and leadership should work in tandem, with management being just as valuable and necessary as leadership. The 3 planes of managing. Managing is a demanding job that follows no explicit process, filled with constant interruptions. To understand this chaos systematically, managers need to conceptualize everything they do as residing on one of 3 planes: the information plane, the people plane, and the action plane. On the information plane, managers communicate with bosses, subordinates, peers, and outside stakeholders. Interruptions should be valued as they bring essential information that may arrive in no other way. Prioritizing and channeling this information drive behavior, and it all stems from a manager's framing of purpose and defining issues. On the people plane, managers lead people, teams, and organizations by using their energy in shaping the company culture over time, tying the interests of the workforce to the needs of the company. Building cooperative groups, addressing conflicts, and linking with those in other departments and outside the firm through persuasion and networking are also significant components. On the action plane, managers engage in hands-on work, responding to crises with hands-on involvement, and dealing on the outside with the outside world through contract negotiations, for example. A manager's credibility and hands-on involvement are sometimes necessary to get a deal done. By understanding the 3 planes of managing, managers can create a systematic approach to manage chaos and effectively lead their teams toward success. Effective management skills. Effective managers possess 3 key qualities: being proactive, avoiding a hierarchical view, and practicing a blend of art, craft, and science. The traditional view of managers on top of the company hierarchy is outdated, and instead, managers should operate within a network or web of lateral relationships throughout the organization. The best managers combine art, craft, and science to create a triangle centered on engagement, vision, ideas, and analysis based on data. Managing contradictions. Effective management requires reconciling competing imperatives. This includes overcoming 4 key challenges: the syndrome of superficiality, the dilemma of delegating, the clutch of confidence, and the ambiguity of acting. To engage in thoughtful reflection and make effective decisions, carve complex issues into smaller parts. Learn from great athletes how to slow down time amid pressure. To avoid frustration when delegating, share information with a deputy and teach them what you know. Exude confidence without arrogance and recruit candid advisors to help during crises. When faced with uncertainty, use good judgment to break decisions into smaller, manageable parts with space for feedback and reassessment. By understanding and managing these contradictions, managers can navigate complex challenges successfully. Weaving the threads of good management. Good management cannot be reduced to a list of easy steps, but rather a combination of 7 key traits. In the book, No Single Thread: Psychological Health in Family Systems, the authors identify these traits as threads that make up healthy families. The same threads can be applied to good management, as managers must weave together the following 7 strands. Firstly, managers need to be energetic, maintaining a non-stop pace, even when navigating management paradoxes, such as balancing change and stability. Secondly, they must be reflective, embracing trial and error to understand what they know and what they don't know. Reflection is essential even amidst a busy schedule. Thirdly, managers need to be analytic, relying on data without making it the sole driver and instead trusting their judgment. Fourthly, they must be worldly and learn to see things through the eyes of others, from different cultures and companies, as well as different units within their own workplace. Fifthly, collaboration is key, as managers should engage their team members, grow leaders throughout the company, and not just direct them. Sixthly, proactive managers drive change proactively, rather than letting it drive them, by encouraging an effective flow of change throughout all levels of the organization, not just the top. Lastly, integrative managers are able to move seamlessly between thinking and doing, while involving others in the process. By weaving these threads together, managers can cultivate good management practices and foster a healthy workplace environment. Effective management strategies. Effective management involves looking beyond a candidate's strengths and examining their flaws. To evaluate candidates, give a voice to former subordinates who know them best. Context is important, and there are no one-size-fits-all measurements to determine managerial effectiveness. Prioritize developing your managers through professional training programs, which will foster engagement and collaboration. It's also crucial to be confident and aware of your limits as a manager. Ultimately, effective management means engaging with your team, fostering collaboration, and creating a culture of mutual respect.
Having explored the complex nature of management and leadership in Is Simply Managing, it becomes clear that successful managers strive to engage and energize those they work with, rather than focusing solely on directing and controlling. The 3 planes of management, information, people, and action, constitute the day-to-day reality of managing, while the blend of art, craft, and science lends it depth and versatility. Furthermore, reconciling contradictions and thriving in a frenetic, chaotic environment are fundamental to managerial effectiveness. The holistic message of the book encourages readers to break free from conventional thinking and aspire to a style of management that champions engagement, collaboration, and mutual respect. Remember, good managers don't just lead, they nurture communities of engagement that support their organization's success.